Man, I'm really left out. Who knew I'd get a windfall like this, right?
A windfall? Something good happened to you?
Wait, you haven't noticed yet? Thanks for the $50,000 in appliances.
What the heck did you buy to spend $50,000 on appliances? And why are you thanking me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have that fancy black card, so I thought I'd put it to good use. You know, spend it on someone meaningful like me. How audacious of you.
Wait, a black card? Whose card are you talking about?
What? You're going to pretend you don't know? The card that was in your wallet.
That's not my card, though. My name is Vivian. During high school, I found a part-time job at a company I had always admired. I dedicated myself to that job wholeheartedly. Luckily or not, I didn't have many friends, so while everyone else was out having fun, I was earning some money. Because of that, I had a bit more cash than most high school students. I continued to work there even after starting college. From the beginning, I was motivated to work hard so as not to burden my parents with tuition fees. Though my savings dwindled over time, the sense of accomplishment I felt was exhilarating. Then, as I started to think about full-time employment, an opportunity presented itself. Vivian, you're always so reliable. How about working for us full-time? I was thrilled to get an offer directly from the CEO, and I accepted it without a second thought. I had dreamt of becoming a regular employee at this place ever since I first applied for the part-time position. It was the moment when I took the plunge and applied when I was a high school student, and my earnest efforts paid off. Of course, I responded immediately and went straight to work. Everyone at the company welcomed me warmly, and I felt like I was off to a great start. The company was a well-known fashion brand, even favored by celebrities. But it wasn't the kind of brand that had stores all over the place. Because of that, we had customers coming from all over the country. Upon becoming a full-time employee, I switched from sales to a public relations role at the company headquarters. The job was different and had its challenges, but I persevered with the help of familiar faces. The work was rewarding, and knowing that people had high expectations for me made it easier to give it my all. The brand was trending, and even as a newcomer, my benefits package was comprehensive. I was able to live on my own without any issues, and even paying back my student loans has been smooth sailing. I may not have the time for hobbies right now, but I anticipate having some extra cash for that once I get used to my job. That's why I've decided this is the time to focus on work and save money. I found this approach suits me, and above all, it brings me joy. However, not everything has been going smoothly, especially my relationship with my older sister, Meryl. She has been envious and critical of me since we were kids.
What's the rush with all this work? Are you trying to make a fool out of me?
My sister, 2 years my senior, never worked a part-time job and relied solely on an allowance from our parents. Unlike me, she had to budget carefully to make her allowance last. I don't want to burden Mom and Dad with college expenses. That's why I'm working. Plus, it's my dream brand. I wanted to take a chance. I'm not making fun of anyone.
You're so proud of yourself. Stop showing off by buying all these things. Buy something for me too while you're at it.
I'm not buying much, I told you. I'm saving for college. My sister always finds fault in everything and tries to justify herself in some way. Our parents were kind to her, encouraging her to take her time and think about her future. She neither listened to their advice nor made an effort on her own.
Why would I work part-time? I'll use Mom and Dad for whatever I can. That's a child's privilege, right? Parents are there to be used.
My sister never put in any effort, but would get jealous when I tried to do something. Both our parents and I were appalled by her mindset. Then tragedy struck. Our parents passed away in an unexpected accident. This happened just as I was about to graduate from college. While I was consumed with grief, along with our grandparents, my sister seemed merely irritable.
What's going to happen to my life now?
Even in such times, my sister only thought about herself. After graduating high school, she had decided to work part-time. She had no plans for full-time employment and was essentially freeloading at our parents' house. Now it seemed she would have to work.
I guess I have to get a job now. That ruins my life plans.
With no time to grieve our parents, we began to sort out their belongings. They had some savings, which I decided to give to my noisy sister to keep her quiet. We ended our rental contract on our family home, and I took our sentimental belongings.
Like I care about that junk. You're going to throw it out anyway, aren't you?
Those items are filled with memories of Mom and Dad.
Hungry stomachs aren't filled with memories.
Her words left me speechless. I decided to distance myself from her after giving her all the money. However, recently, she began contacting me again.
Why don't we hang out as sisters? We've never really done that, have we?
There's no need. I'm busy with work.
You're so cold-hearted. I'm trying to be a good sister here.
I don't need you to be a good sister. We're both adults now, and we should act like it.
Ugh, you're so
was the gist of our exchanges. I couldn't understand why she was so fixated on me. I wondered if she felt lonely after our parents passed. But she soon proved me wrong.
Open the door now. I know you're off today.
Eventually, she showed up at my door uninvited. Hey, what are you doing here? Just because I'm off doesn't mean you can just show up.
I cleared my schedule for this, so you better appreciate it.
My sister walked into the living room with an audacious and arrogant demeanor, plunking herself down and refusing to move. What's with the big bag? Going on a trip?
I'm staying here for 2 nights starting today. Make sure you prepare the meals, okay?
What? You just show up and plan to stay? What's the deal?
I just told you. Let's spend some quality sister time together. What's not to like? I'm trying to bond with you here.
She then immediately urged me to prepare lunch and started laughing loudly while watching TV. No matter how much I told her to leave, she wouldn't, so I had no choice but to put up with her. She complained no matter what I cooked.
Can't you serve me something more spectacular? A sandwich for someone as magnificent as me?
If you have complaints, you don't have to eat. Reluctantly, my sister picked at the food, mumbling under her breath. Why is she even doing this? This was a miserable time for me. On the second night, I noticed she seemed happier than usual before going to bed. What's up? You've been grinning. It's kind of creepy.
You'll see. You'll thank me later.
What are you planning? This is scary. The next morning, still in high spirits, she left my house. Then the day after, she called me.
You got a promotion and started making more money, so you have a black card now, right? Thanks to you, I could use some sister privileges.
What? What black card are you talking about?
Turns out I got some unexpected income. Lucky me.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you notice? Thanks for the $50,000 in electronics.
What? How do you even spend that much on electronics? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Because you have a black card, I thought I'd use it. Who better to use it than your wonderful sister?
Whose card are you talking about?
Don't pretend you don't know. I took it from your wallet.
That's not my card.
What are you talking about? It was in your wallet, so it's yours.
It's not mine. Did you touch a black high-end brand wallet? My sister told me she had rummaged through my stuff while I was showering and took a black card from a high-end wallet. But that's not my card or my wallet. Turns out, I was holding on to some items for the CEO from a client meeting the day before. We both forgot to exchange belongings and decided to do it the next time we saw each other. Sis, that's the CEO's card. You seriously spent $50,000?
So, stop lying.
Do you think I could even have a black card? What are you gonna do? You've stolen it and deceived the credit card company too.
Huh? You're the one who deceived me.
I never claimed it was mine. You're the one who lied and used it. Do you even know the repercussions? My sister finally seemed to understand the gravity of the situation and started panicking.
Make it look like you spent it. This is your fault for belittling me.
I never belittled you. You created this mess. You always play by your rules and hardly work.
Shut up. This is your fault. All the $50,000 worth of electronics are mine, and I'm not sharing.
That's not even the point here.
You're just jealous, aren't you? Never knew spending $50,000 could be this thrilling. Just handle it with the CEO, will you?
With no resolution in sight, I had to explain everything to the CEO. I was ready for the worst, getting fired or demoted. But the CEO's reaction was unexpected. After listening to the story, the CEO seemed a little surprised at first, but remained calm. I'll handle it directly with your sister. Can you just stand back for a bit? In my own home, it was my family who stirred the pot, so getting fired wouldn't be surprising. But my boss, the CEO, had this mischievous smile as if he had something up his sleeve. I was relieved I wasn't fired, but anxious about what might come next. A few days later, the CEO sent my sister a formal letter, suggesting he might take legal action through a lawyer. I couldn't do anything when she immediately called me flabbergasted. "Heartless, isn't he your CEO?" "Don't you get it? You used someone else's card and caused this mess. I was ready to lose my job, too. You need to sort this out with the CEO." Luckily, the CEO wasn't seriously planning on suing her. He sent the letter to settle matters. If she agreed to a settlement, he would let it go smoothly with just a refund. "I won't pay. It's your fault, so you should cover it. I thought I was using your $50,000, not the CEO's money." "You think that excuse will work?" "Why can't they just dock it from your salary?" "The CEO wants to talk to you. This has nothing to do with my job." My sister, who seemed not to fully grasp her situation, kept trying to pin the blame on me. As the CEO's deadline approached, she became increasingly anxious. Despite her constant complaints, she seemed to realize there was no way out. She told distant relatives and friends about the situation, gathering the money to refund the CEO, much to my surprise. I was surprised that she managed to do it in about a week. The CEO accepted this as her paying back money she had borrowed, and didn't intend to escalate the matter. But after my sister openly discussed her situation, she started receiving cold glares from everyone around her. She hadn't saved a penny, squandered our parents' inheritance, and didn't have a stable job. Showing up to borrow money after racking up credit card debt only made her look worse. It seemed like she started contacting me regularly because her inheritance was running out and she needed a new host to mooch off of. She had been borrowing money from everyone, but still refused to work, and was now looking to borrow even more. "You expect me to work? You make good money. You should take care of me, and while you're at it, pay back all the debt I owe people because of your CEO." I had lost all patience with my sister, who was still acting so arrogantly. "I've already given you all the inheritance. I even let you stay over because you showed up unexpectedly. I can't let you push me around anymore. I'm cutting ties with you." I firmly said that and decided to block all communication from her. I moved and started a new life, committed to moving on. As for what happened to my sister, she continued her reckless behavior, leading to a miserable life. She was so stubborn about not working that she couldn't make ends meet, and no one was willing to help her. She had to resort to borrowing just for living expenses from financial institutions. The amount kept piling up, reaching tens of thousands of dollars. Relatives and friends started demanding repayment, making her life incredibly tough. She couldn't even get job interviews due to her lack of employment history, and when she did, she was hardly ever hired because of her attitude. She's barely making ends meet through part-time work. As for me, thanks to my CEO's understanding, I've been able to continue my work without repercussions. "I was the one who gave her access to the money, and I'm sorry for putting a strain on your family relationship, Vivian. I've always appreciated your hard work, and I wanted to handle this as smoothly as possible." Thanks to my CEO's sentiments, my life has continued on much the same. Though I hope never to face such a situation again, it was an event that made me think my life could have ended.